Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Are we all right? So yeah, it's all right. Me and Chris has just been laughing because it's virtually took him all day to upload the interview that he did with me. So, hi Tracy, how are you? We were just laughing because we were filming a few more this afternoon, like this part of the interviews, and all of a sudden he sat there and he says, oh, pardon me. I says, wow, what did you do? He says, I've just burped. Well, we fell about in hysterics. He's putting together a blooper video, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. We've actually just been laughing about it because on this blooper video as well, you might hear me saying, well, at least you didn't fart. Big boy Johnny 25. Hello. So yes, so we've had a bit of a laugh today. It was very frustrated because when it actually came to uploading it to YouTube, it went
Got to be uploading it from Filmora to my computer took 2 hours.
Yeah.
Uploading it from my computer to YouTube, 5 minutes.
Some, as I say, they were getting really frustrated because it weren't uploading to his computer, but when it came to uploading it to YouTube, boom, it was there like a shot. So he has been quite frustrated all day about it. So, oops, sorry about that. So yeah, it has been frustrating in a way, but you're just sharing it out, are you? Thank you very much, Mr.
P. That's all right. No,
so yes, I was very nervous about doing, because it filmed like 3 or 4 of these, where it films about 3 or 4 at a time, and it filmed it other day. So I says to him, I says, right, we'll crack on. I'll do my little bit today. And I sat there and I was nervous. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. So yeah, but I think it turned out all right. I mean, I've just watched it myself, and some of the questions were a bit difficult. I hope, Benny. Yeah, don't go knocking out flying, Benny. So yes, I did say hello to Tracy because you were first, dear. So yeah. So as I say, I were nervous about it, but I'm less nervous doing this than I am sort of pre-recording things, you know what I mean? So I've got everything sorted for tomorrow evening's live stream. The baking with. I've decided what I'm going to bake. I'm going to bake the white chocolate cake.
I thought you were doing something else.
No.
Same plans.
Yeah. Well, it's that one with Smarties on it. So, but because it's got to be in the oven between 25 and 30 minutes, I've took on board what Bella said the other day, and I'm going to actually bake one live, but I'm going to bake a one early on in the day. So when it comes to showing you how to put the frosting and whatever on, I will have already got one baked. So that's the plan. So yeah, because Bella says, well, why don't you do like, here's one I made earlier. So yeah, so I took that on board and thought, well, actually, it's a good idea. So same as I said to Chris, I mean, I can always cut one up and, you know, obviously during these times, you know, get the old lady next door a couple of pieces and other neighbours a couple of pieces, you know what I mean? They not got to waste. So yeah, you know, it's that's the plan. It's not that it's hard to make, it's just the fact that it's going to take between 25 and 30 minutes to cook in oven, and then you've got to let it cool down, whatever. And I don't want to sort of be going on for about 2 hours. And oh, she's agreed to it, has she?
She has.
Yeah, it's seen me do it. You see, it's inspired her to. It's all right. There's a lady droner that lives in Spain. She rumming and ahhing a bit today. She'd said yes, she'd do one, and then she was a bit unsure. And you know, I think basically, what you know, she's watched mine and thought, yeah, I can do that. You know what I mean? It's obviously it's inspired somebody to or Jackie to say, yeah, I'll do it.
Boom.
So
Any more?
he's done Johnny's questions. Oh, has he already got it, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's on the ball. But so yeah, so actually look out for the bloopers that he's took out. Oh God, I'm not kidding you. We were in hysterics this afternoon. And I was trying to laugh quietly. And then all of a sudden, Chris burst out in laughter. And he says, well, I was trying. He says, well, I only had to look at you. He says, see you laughing your head off. I says, yeah, but I was laughing quietly. You know, and he just burst out in laughing. And then he kept looking at me. And every time he looked at me, he started laughing. So it were hilarious, weren't it?
Oh, yeah.
I thought at one point he was going to pee his pants. He was laughing that much.
So you were just trying to keep a straight face, and then that just set me off.
Well, I know, but you see, this is the thing, Tracy. I'd laughed on one before, and he told me off. So even though we went, oops, I've just burped, I was laughing, but laughing quietly, and sort of pouring my hand over my mouth so he couldn't see me laughing. And obviously he knew I was laughing. And then all of a sudden he burst out into laughter. So yeah, I was there with my hand over my mouth, trying to stop myself from, laughing out loud. And he's there and he virtually fell off his chair. He was laughing that much. It'd be good watching that blooper.
What I'm going to do, if I get enough bloopers, I'll save them all and
do what one solely for bloopers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Top Shooter. How are you?
Lad.
It's all right. We're just talking about Chris has started doing an interview with, and he did mine. Well, I did my part today because he records, him asking the questions. And then you have to record your bit, and then he edits them both together. Well, he were recording some more today, and he went, oops. And I thought he'd farted for a minute. But he says, oops, sorry. He says, I've just burped. So, some as I say, I were in hysterics. I were trying not to laugh. He took one look at me and literally fell off his chair laughing. So, hey, we've got Bella Rain. Baz, come quick. I found some strange woman on YouTube. Oh, dear. But, yeah. So, we've had a right laugh today, Bella. Chris literally fell off his... Can you get any higher up, Benny? Chris literally fell off his chair. We're laughing. So, I mean, when I laughed the other day when he did something, he told me off. And then he's as bad as what I were. So, if anybody here wants, well, I know Bella's already had an interview. So if anybody else wants one, you know, just shout up, and Chris will be only too pleased. Is how many you filmed today? About 3, 4?
Three today.
Yeah.
3 today, upload of yours.
Are you going on your PC soon, are you? So yeah, I think his laptop ran a bit of a go slow. It took 2 hours.
2 hours.
To upload it to his PC and about 5 minutes to upload it to YouTube.
Yeah, I've uploaded this one straight to YouTube. Yeah, granted it's only a minute and a half, but it's like it's nearly converted the file to 50% already.
Oh, so yeah, and Benny's purring his head off. It's wonder he can't hear him. I'm not too bad, Bella. I'm not too bad. The baking live tomorrow night, I've took your advice, and what I'm going to do is I'm making a white chocolate cake, but I'm going to bake one earlier. So while one's in the oven, I can show people how to decorate it. So in actual fact, I'll make 2, if you know what I mean. So I says to Chris the other day, what Bella said, it actually makes sense to do that.
Oh, 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'll not be having any kittens because they've all had snip.
Tied up and sewed up.
Yeah, tied up and sewn up, as Chris calls it. So I'm okay, darling. Oh, you're talking to Jeanette. But so yeah, you know, some of the old I don't know why. Ollie. So I put a bit of slap on as well. When I say a bit, I wear a bit. I put some foundation on and looked like I'd been tangoed. So I ended up wiping it all off. Yeah. I says to Chris, I says, I'm not bothering mascara. I says, I'll just put a bit of eyeshadow on so I don't look so pasty. So, what? Talking to everyone? What? Oh, she means when she says sorry if she missed anyone in the chat. She's on the phone and can't. Yeah, don't worry.
That's up to YouTube already.
Yeah, and I said that exactly same thing to Chris. I says it's limiting me to things that, you know, that are only going to take, 10, 15 minutes. And where was the lip gloss on? I did have some on, but I blotted it a bit so I didn't look so, I don't know. It looked more natural, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. So I says to Chris, I says, well, it makes sense, really. I says, I can bake one like during day tomorrow and then actually show people me making it. And while that's in the oven, the one I've made earlier on, I can decorate it so you get in the full effect, So, yeah. So that's what I've decided to do. Chris, I've printed Chris because we were running low on printer paper. So Chris went down to Home Bargains or something today and got some more printer paper. So I've printed off a lot of a lot of recipes. I told you you can pay me later. But same as I said to Chris, I says, like, so it don't go to waste, Bella. I says I can always drop a couple of pieces round next door and that next door, and you know what I mean? Just cheer them up a bit, you know, under the circumstances, you know, with the lockdown and everything, you know, done my bit for the community, let's say. So it not go to waste. So I did buy some extra Smarties at the weekend when we went shopping. So the one that, you know, I bake whilst I'm live, I can actually decorate that afterwards. And, you know, so anyway, so that's the plan. So is anyone interested in what I've printed off today? Kate requested K8, that Kate, requested moist coconut pancake, so I've printed that one off. It's only you can't hear, Benny. So yeah, these are just a few that I've printed off. Yeah. If I've only got one hand and I can't. Yeah. So a red velvet sheet, Kate. That's another one that I'd like some. I'm only about 500 miles down there. One you could drop me some on the doorstep.
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah. Same as I say, I had a bit of a rough few days over the weekend. So, but you know, I do appreciate everybody's messages and everything. So yeah, and this one, it's actually a no bake one, and it's called Hedgehog Slice. Oh, sugar. It's all right. My mouse has fell on the floor and gone on to. So yeah, and it's like, I don't know what you call it. It's a bit like you put biscuits in it and top with chocolate. It's like, I don't know, a biscuity. I can show you a picture of it. I mean, I can't really explain what it is. That's the picture of it. So you don't actually bake it, you know, it's I'm Jed. So yeah, so that's what it is. It's called Hedgehog Slice. And it, you know, you don't bake it or anything. It's made with digestive biscuits, but you don't crush them all together. You like break them up into little pieces. Coconut, cocoa, and you crush hazelnuts, you put that in it as well, dark chocolate and condensed milk, and it's sort of like a, I don't know, like a bar. I don't know exactly what it is. So then another one that I've printed off, lemon blondies with lemon glaze. I, in fact, printed that one off twice. I don't know. We had trouble at first connecting the because it is wireless, connecting the print. Yeah, connecting the printer up to the laptop. So then I've done a chocolate banana bread, blueberry and buttermilk scones. So these are just a few that I've printed off today. I mean, actually, the scones I could do on a live as well. This one is more like pudding. Oh, don't worry about it, Amjad. This one is blueberry and coconut pudding. That's more like a dessert, though, that is. So that's that one. And that one is more like a dessert. But you don't... same as I say, that's more like a dessert, that one is. And then I've got the one that I'm doing tomorrow. And then another one that I've printed off. It's called Old School Retro Sprinkled Tray Bake. And it's just a sponge with icing and sprinkles on it. That one. Bit similar to the one that I'm doing tomorrow, but this is just like a sponge cake.
Fella's telling animal cruelty.
With sprinkles on it. Well, hedgehog cake. Well, there weren't no hedgehog. You don't have to add any hedgehogs. I don't know why it's called hedgehog, whatever it's called. Hedgehog cake or whatever it's called. Hedgehog slices. Hedgehog slice, yeah, that's what it's called. So I don't know exactly why it's called hedgehog. I have no idea. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm struggling to get, Tracy. I'm running very, very low on vanilla essence, and we couldn't get any when we went shopping. Chris says, well, our Asda might have some in. They hadn't got none in there. So while we were going down to Home Bargains today, I says, have a look, see if they've got any in. Can't get any for love nor money. So
I'm just calling me cheeky.
So basically, I mean, I'm lucky enough that I've stocked up with flour, if you get what I'm saying. Whenever I used to order shopping or go shopping, I always bought flour back with me. So I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I've got plenty stocked up. But they did have some in.
Hey, hello.
Kauai Creative Imports.
Yeah. Hello, Creative.
Yeah. So, same as I say, they did have some self-raising in our Asda on Saturday, but I didn't get any because I already, got quite a few in stock. So yeah, I hope you're stretching out. Make yourself at home, Benny. Why don't you? Putting his arm around me. So yeah, that's some as I say. When I was printing things out, Chris kept saying, "Ian, Ian's in."
Yeah.
Putting the world to rights, I see about flour. Well, the thing is, I did read an article where it says, so they can keep the supermarkets going, they put in the biggest majority of the effort into doing the bulk bags that obviously such as Tesco's and Asda bakeries and Morrison's, because obviously they order in bulk. So they were said that there was basically making sure that the supermarkets and everything had got what they need. So she was going to do some baking today, Tracy was, but her flour's out of mine. Don't even have a chance to go out today. The interview was rigged to be about Mr. P instead of Mrs. P. No, we're all about me, karate. So some as I say, the only thing I'm struggling to get at the moment is vanilla essence. Can't get any yeast for love nor money. So but it'll as the crisis sort of lessens a little bit, I think, I mean, bog rolls were aplenty, if you know what I mean. Well, put it this way, when we went shopping on Saturday, we got toilet rolls, we got kitchen roll, and we actually got tissues as well. So, 3 out of 3 ain't bad. So
flour bag with the date. What's that about?
Don't I forgot to mark my flour bag with the date. Oh, I don't know.
I don't know what talking riddles.
So yeah, so that's the story behind there not being any flour or anything, is the fact that they're concentrating more on keeping the big supermarket like bakeries and whatever going with flour. And it says, like, obviously it's bagged up different, you know, the supermarkets buy it in bulk, so they've had to concentrate on them. So I would say, yesterday I was looking at someone's post in Tesco's, they made it one-way system. You have to, like, yeah, they've done that. That's been like that in Asda for weeks now. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's exactly the same in Asda. They've got arrows and you have to go down one, up one, down one, up one. Yeah, you've got to follow arrows. And
half
then
of them don't.
Yeah, half of them don't. So Sam, as I say, Chris queued up on Saturday. I did go with him. I stayed in the car. It were a long queue, but it was moving quite quickly. So he only had to queue about 10 minutes. But the queue looked long, but obviously because there were this social distancing and 6 feet apart and everything, it looked longer than actually what it were. So, you know, from going out at car to going near front at queue, it took about 10 minutes. So it ain't too bad. I'm going to be making white chocolate cake. But if you're Chris, you pretend to be blind and walk anyway. And it's basically a sponge, but you put white chocolate in the sponge, and then it's like a cream cheese frosting, which you also put white chocolate in. And I bought some Smarties buttons other week. So, but I'm actually going to be making two. I'm going to make one earlier on in the day, but I'm going to actually make one live. And while that's in the oven, I'm going to be showing people how to decorate the one that I made earlier on in the day. You're making me arm go dead, Benny. Suki's girlfriend, Ian. Girlfriend? Suki's boyfriend. It's a bit camera shy. So, because it was made in China. So yeah, so that's the plan. Bella mentioned it, you know, why don't you do, here's the one I made earlier. Actually show people what I'm making. So in actual fact, I'll be making two. Is it my part?
What?
Is it Suki or Suki? It's all right, Ian. I had a go at him about that. I went, Suki? Oh dear.
Suki, we love you long time.
Oh dear. I tell you, Ian, we've done nothing but laugh today. It were filming some of these interview things, and I went, oops, excuse me. And I went, why, what you doing? He went, I've just burped. Well, I got my hand covering my mouth so he couldn't see me laughing, because I'd done it a few weeks or a week or so ago, and he told me off. So I was trying not to laugh. I put my hand over my mouth so he couldn't see me laughing, and then he just looked at me and he nearly fell off the chair.
Yeah.
Thank you, Suki. I'm not on my AirPods tonight because my brother has the. Oh, hey, Simon.
Hey, hello, lad.
So yeah, so that's planned for tomorrow. Oh, pardon me. Well, I'll tell you something else as well. I've done yours trick. I'm burping.
Yeah.
We went into Asda. When we went to Asda shopping on Saturday, I says to Chris, I wrote to my list and everything, and I says, get me some greaseproof paper. I'm running low on greaseproof paper. So anyway, he's been asleep all day and working an hour. So I says to him, get me some greaseproof paper. So he rings me up. He says, they ain't got no greaseproof paper. He says, but they've got some, what were it, non-stick bako foil, like Asda's own make. So I says, yeah, bring that. I says, that'll be all right. And I used it today. It's absolutely crap. So while they were down at Own Bargains, I says, have a look, see if they've got any greaseproof paper in for me. So he rung me and he says, they've got some in, it's only 75p. I says, well, get me some then. Mm. So, blimey, pigs can read. So, yeah, so I managed to get some. I still use bako foil, but, you know, for baking, in my opinion, it's absolutely crap. Yeah. But I'm just saying as it is, you know what I mean? I've tried it today because I made Chris some more cookies. I'll be able to do them in my sleep soon. I've made that many. You know what I mean? I made some more cookies today and I thought, what the heck, I'll give it a try. But it's absolutely crap. So yeah. So for baking, no. Other things, yeah, but not for baking. So same as I say, I gave it a try. I didn't like it. I prefer greaseproof paper. So I suppose it's a matter of preference, really. So, but I, you know, be right back on. I can hear from my packet.
What?
Oh, I don't know. She's locking caravan up anyway. She's laughing because I says it's crap. Well, you know, if anybody knows me, they know that I say it as it is. You know what I mean? Oh, she's putting me in a pocket, not a packet, a pocket. She put. I get what I've deciphered it now, Tracy. You put your phone in your pocket. You go into lock caravan up, but you can still hear. But yeah, I mean, it's like supermarkets, because there's such a high demand for online deliveries. I mean, Ian's working for Tesco's. Sorry for name dropping Ian. But it did say on thing that, you know, Asda, Morrison's, Iceland, you know, all the big, you know, all the big names are taking a lot more workers on for the demand for the online shopping. So yeah, you know, it's same with all the big supermarkets, because there's such a high demand for home deliveries. I mean, it's like I used to order my shopping online on a regular basis, but Asda has started only putting slots up for 2 weeks in advance, because they were booking up like weeks and weeks and weeks in advance. So anybody that normally does this shopping online weren't getting the normal delivery slots. So I think all the, you know, Tesco, Asda, Morrison's, Sainsbury's, they're all taking extra people on because the demand is so high for the delivery. You don't have to move, Benny, because you're making my arm go dead. it's my bad hand anyway. Yeah. You see, this is, and it's the reason why, you know, Ian's doing what he does, is because they're setting a lot more people on, because the demand is so high for the online shopping. So, but I still can't get a slot. Okay then. See you later, Bella. Thanks for coming in.
See you, Bella.
So, is that the one in Hertfordshire? I think it's in Widnes. I think Ian said. I'm not sure. If you're still watching, Ian, it's not Hertfordshire. I know that for a fact. But because Ian sort of they live about an hour and a half away from us, like Manchester, Liverpool way, you know what I mean? Hey! Yeah, we've got Jamie in as well. He says, "Hey Jeanette, great interview I saw today from some guy called Pixie interviewing some UK lady." Yeah.
No, Scott.
Yeah, I thought it was the one in Widnes, Ian. I weren't sure. Have I missed something? Alex.
Huh?
Where we're looking?
What?
You says hiya, Alex.
Yeah, release the lenses in. Or is it ready? Oh, they're ready. No, it's WrestleMania.
I'm thinking, well, I'm reading all comments as they come up and I ain't seen Alex in.
I'll save that for when it does come in.
I thought, you know, have I missed something here? I know with this lockdown I'm going a bit, but you know, I've not lost my marbles altogether.
No, it's just me that's losing it.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was the one in Widnes, Ian. I weren't 100% sure, but you know, hey ho. So yeah, you know, same as I say, I don't, you know, obviously because you know, people don't want to stand about and risk getting this COVID-19. They don't want to queue at the shops. They don't want, but for such as us, you know, it's a case of having to, because I've tried Tesco's, I've tried Sainsbury's, I've tried Asda. You even click and collect, you cannot get a slot for love nor money. And as I said to Chris, it's like rocking horse poop, you know. It's trying to get a slot. It's trying to find, same as oh, his mum's going to Halal Butchers on Wednesday to stock up on meat for Ramadan. But yeah, so it were a case of, yeah, we've had to go out shopping. Yeah, we've had to queue up. Well, I didn't, obviously. I sat in car. But, you know, it's a case of having to, because same as I said, we only go shopping once a fortnight. And it's a case of you've got to do what you've got to do to stock your freezer up and everything. Yeah. That's the problem in you know, there's such high demand for online deliveries. It's sort of, as quick as it's coming in, it's going out again, if you know what I mean. Same as I said, they've got about, I don't know, about 10 bags of self-raising flour, no plain flour whatsoever, no yeast. I can't get any vanilla essence, but I have got a backup plan because I've got some vanilla bean paste. Well, if anybody don't know the I've got plenty of unicorn pea. If you can't find rocking horse poop. But anyway, so on a serious note, one of the recipes I did ages ago called for vanilla bean paste. So when Chris, he's been like to 2 or 3 shops today, couldn't get any. So I says, don't worry about it. We're not panicking yet. I says, I've got some vanilla bean paste. Well, you see, the difference is, Amjad, it is a more intense flavour than vanilla essence. It is actually a more intense flavour. There's nothing different about it. It's just because it's thicker than vanilla essence. I mean, when all's said and done, vanilla essence is just that, vanilla essence. But this is actual, like a vanilla pod, and they put it in a tube for your convenience. So you're getting, in essence, the unrefined version. That's the best way to describe it. So, it's like you get what? Oh yeah, vanilla extract. But I use either Asda's, the extra special one, and the vanilla bean paste I've got is that's Dr. Oetker. But it's like you've got sugar, then you've got caster sugar, which is a more refined than granulated sugar. Then you've got golden caster sugar, which is like brown sugar, but refined more. Well, this vanilla bean paste is actually the unrefined version of vanilla essence. So I hope you understood that explanation of what vanilla bean paste is. So in actual fact, because it's unrefined, you're getting a more intense taste from it, if that makes sense. I'm trying my best to explain here. So yeah, so I have got some vanilla bean paste. So if worst comes to worst, I can actually use that. Vanilla. Oh, trust Simon.
Always one in there.
I'm sat here, Simon, with straight face, try to educate you on the difference between vanilla bean paste and vanilla essence, and here he comes up with that.
That's best one so far, man. I've been going there an hour yet.
I know, but yeah, and here's me sitting here with a straight face trying to explain in all seriousness the difference between vanilla essence and vanilla bean paste. It's put lol, sorry. I've had it. I tell you something, Simon. I've laughed that much today. What with Chris and oops, I burped. I says, well, at least you didn't fart, which is one good thing. Trying not to laugh, and then he rolls about laughing. So I've laughed that much today. My side's hurting.
It was because you were trying not to laugh. Then it set me off.
Yeah, and I covered my mouth, so you didn't see me laughing, and it didn't work anyway. Yes, please.
Don't spill it.
So yes, watch out, Simon, for a blooper video coming very soon.
Tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Yeah, he's going to upload it, he says, tomorrow. The bloopers. Today's escapade where he couldn't stop laughing and he nearly fell off his chair. He laughed that much. So yeah. So it's just been one of them days. Same as I say, I've had a rough couple of days, you know, what with it being my stepdad's anniversary of passing on Friday, and then my mum's on Saturday not being able to go to Skegness. And hiya, Tony, how are you? You know, I was feeling a bit down in dumps. Like, you know, I lit a candle for her, you know, and same as I say, Chris insisted I go with him on Saturday because he knew I were feeling a bit down. And he says, well, you don't have to do anything. He says, even if you just go out for a bit of fresh air, he says you can stop in car, you know what I mean? But you see, the thing is, Amjad, Asda's is quite good, you know, and the Asda extra special, that one is a good one as well. So we're all right, Tony. Same as I say, I've had a rough couple of days. You know, what with being anniversary of my stepdad's passing and anniversary of my mum's passing, and with planned a trip to Skegness, and obviously, you know, hey, we've got Johnny Five in. So yeah, you know, it was one of them, you know, Chris says, oh, you know, get your shoes on, you know, you're coming with me, even if you only go a ride out in car, it's going you out to ask, you know, blah, blah, blah. I sat in car, you know, but this is going to make you laugh. Obviously, sat in car, you see everything, if you know what I mean. Now, there were a Chinese couple, but he were in one part of queue with little un, and she were a bit further back in the queue with little un. Now, taking into account, yeah, it's about that since I've been out, Ian, and you know, obviously, because it were my mum's anniversary, I was feeling a bit, you know, a bit sorry for myself. So he says, right, come on. He says, you're coming out, even if it were a ride out, basically. So, so yeah. So anyway, there was this Chinese fella, and he'd got a little kid, and then a few back, there were a Chinese woman with a little kid. Now, taking into account, under the lockdown, kids aren't allowed in supermarkets. So anyway, as Chris got closer, I sort of out window down and I says, there's been a Chinese fella with a little kid and then a Chinese woman with a little kid. And, you know, fair dues to Asda, they both got turned away. But yeah, people need to stay home and listen because, yeah, this is what I'm saying, Ian. Same as I say, I didn't actually put myself in any. I mean, Chris had got gloves on and everything. I sat in car. I didn't get out at all. But same as I say, you notice these things when you sat in car and, you know, you've got no else to do but sort of watch what's going off. But they're both... these, you know, some as I say, there were one fella, Chinese fella with a little un, and then a bit further back, there were a woman with a little un. But both of them got turned away because they got little uns with them. So, oh, but you see, this is the thing, Johnny, you know, medical reasons. Same as I said, we only go shopping once a fortnight. And normally I'd order online. But you can't get a slot for love nor money. I've tried all, you know, Morrison's, Asda, Tesco, Sainsbury's, even Iceland, and none of them have got any slots for weeks. Oh, bless. But you see, I've seen loads of posts on Facebook, you know, and one in particular, a woman, and she works for NHS. But you see, you know, you can see why she were aggrieved. She's on the front line. She were a nurse. She says, well, here's me. I work for NHS. I'm putting myself at risk every day going to work. And she took a photo, I don't know, next door neighbours or whatever, and they're all out in garden drinking beer. You know, and there were about 10 on them in back garden. You know what I mean? So I can see why she were aggrieved, because she got kids herself. She's having to tell her kids that they can't go out. Yet next door neighbour has got everybody and his mother round. That's it. That's it. Same as I say. I mean, they've made an announcement today. Basically, things is going to carry on how they are in lockdown. They were hoping that they'd be able to lift some of the lockdown rules this week, but obviously the rise in deaths has prevented that. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it makes no odds to me. I don't go out anyway. But same as I say, Chris insisted I go with him on Saturday, just for company on drive there. You know, I didn't go in with him. He did his essential shop, you know what I mean? We only go shopping once a fortnight, you know, so to us, it's essential that we go shopping because we can't get any slots. So, you know, but you've got certain categories, let's just say, that think it don't apply to them. You know what I mean? You've got certain categories that think it don't apply to them. But they have said, Tony, that it could take up to 2 years to get back to the way we were. So yeah, I mean, people think just because it's been a bank holiday weekend, you know, weather's been nice, that the rules don't apply to them, which is maddening, really. You've got people like nurses, such as Ian, putting himself at risk, going to work every day, and then you've got social distancing. You know, you've got such as, same as I say, such as Ian, putting himself at risk and everything, you know, and then you've got, well, basically arseholes that think it don't apply to them, you know, and you've got such as us, and most of this estate has adhered to the, you know, to the social distancing, you know, but then you've got people that think it's all right to have a barbecue or go out and congregate in the park and whatever. But what they don't realise is, same as I said to Chris, you know, if they were to get the COVID-19, they'd expect the nurses and everybody else to treat them as a priority. You know what I mean? If they were to get it, you know, from their own stupidity, going out, meeting the mates in park, or, you know, having barbecues, you know, having family get-togethers, etc. You know, that they're putting not just themselves at risk, but everybody else. So, so yeah, you know, it's you know, it's a bit maddening that you know, just for the sake of, you know, a few beers and you know, getting together with your mates and whatever, they're risking everybody else's health. And it really you know, it really riles me up. You know, you've got doctors, nurses, you know, key workers such as Ian, working probably 60, 70 hours a week. So they can keep basically the country afloat. We have a local area here called the Town Park. I pass it regularly going to and from work. Oh, you know, it's maddening. You know, what do they think? Do they think they're immune to this this virus? But it's like, I mean, like when we came back on Saturday, pardon me, first thing Chris did before he unloaded the shopping, well, no, not before he unloaded the shopping, put everything in the kitchen, washed his hands, and we even both put gloves on to put the shopping away, just in case. You know, we taking all these precautions because we're being forced to go out to the supermarket to shop. And, you know, but it won't surprise me if half of these that are flaunting the law are getting their shopping delivered for them. You know what I mean? And like, such as me, exactly, Simon, I agree with that. But same as I said, same as I've just said, until either they get it or somebody that they love gets it or dies, they're not going to take it seriously. But they're going to then they're going to be moaning. I awake here. So I'm doing 6 days a week at the moment, mostly nights, 8 hours, but out the 6 nights I do 12-hour shifts. Yeah. No. I mean, I look at it this way, Ian. You're just as important as the nurses, the doctors, and whatever, because you're keeping these, you know, so Tesco can keep delivering shopping to vulnerable people. You know what I mean? But same as I said, you know, it's even though I'm classed as a vulnerable people and I've registered as a vulnerable person, I still can't get a slot full of the money. So out the 6 nights I do 3 to 4. Well, you see, this is it. You know, but by doing what you're doing, Ian, you're putting yourself at risk. Because obviously, you know, you're doing that job so people don't have to go out shopping. You know what I mean? So they can get the shopping delivered. Yeah, yeah. Well, same as I say, I've got a bit of a dodgy immune system. Don't worry, it's not thingy-bob, it's the smoker's cough. Yeah, you know, but we can't, same as I say, even though I've registered as a vulnerable person, because obviously, you know, I've had how many months of illness have I had, you know, shingles and whatever, which takes a battering to your immune system. But even though I have registered as a vulnerable person, I still can't get a delivery slot. So yeah, you know, it's maddening that Chris is having to risk his health and whatever to get essential shopping that we need.
I was saying, my immune system isn't all that great.
But he says hello back. Thought your name was Chris. Yeah, exactly. Ian says even though he's a key worker, he still has to queue like everybody else.
Yeah, there's no privileges in that job, really.
No. And same as I say, Same as I mean, hey, we've got Gordo in as well.
Hello, Gordo.
Same as I mean, I'll be perfectly blunt with you. Same as I says to Chris, if Chris wasn't able to go and queue and shop and everything, we'd be up shit creek without a paddle. You know what I mean? We'd be, you know, ringing food banks up and things like that. You know, you can only get in if you're an NHS worker. But, you know, same as I said, I mean, it was like Ian said the other day. He went from a night shift and had to queue 15 minutes to get in supermarket just to get their essentials. Now, to me, that's wrong. You know, you've done a night shift to keep, you know, home deliveries going and whatever else. So to me, you should get the privileges that the NHS nurses, doctors, and the vulnerable people get, because you're, yeah, in essence, a key worker. You're key to keeping this the supermarkets stocked up and the home deliveries. You know, without such as Ian, there would be no home deliveries. You know what I mean? It's wrong to me. So you know, it's same as I say. If it weren't for Chris being able to queue and actually go shopping, we'd be up creek without a paddle. Yeah, I agree. You know, after a 12-hour shift, I mean, last thing you want to do is be queuing up 15, 20 minutes, and then you've got to actually go round and do your shopping. Then you've got to queue it till you know, to get your shopping sorted. And then you've got to go home and you've got to unpack it all at home and put it away. You know, by the time you've done, you can add probably about at least 2.5 hours since you finished your night shift till you go to bed. He says there were a guy stood in queue today, looked like a Star Wars trooper. But I mean, same as I said, Johnny, we're sitting in car, you basically see everything, you know, and I'm not kidding you. There were one guy, and you know, it looked like he'd just come off emergency ward 10. You know, he got blue rubber gloves on, he got a mask on, and he'd even got like these protective glasses over his own glasses. You know what I mean? You know, this protecting yourself. It's just common sense, really. You know, I took disposable gloves with me and sanitizer. They've now started putting like sanitizer that you know you rub your trolley down and everything with. So Chris takes all the necessary precautions when he actually does go shopping, you know, and he adheres to the rules, because there, same as I say, there's arrows, and you have to go down one, up next one, down, you know what I mean? And he follows that procedure, but same as he says, you know, there's some sort of going down when they should be coming up, and coming up when they should be going down, and, you know, once they get in, they can't get stuff, basically. So, you know, it's, you know, they've done that for a reason, because of the social distancing and everything. So, you know, sort of not clashing, but they just walk past you. I mean, and there is some that don't bother with any protection at all. No gloves, no mask, no nothing. Just walking about like, you know, there's nothing going on. You know what I mean? some as I say, and then you've got sort of opposite end of spectrum, and you know, same as Johnny says, you know, like Star Wars. You know what I mean? They've got, but same as I said to Chris, you know, so long as you use common sense.
Johnny says Lincoln.
Yes, I know. I'm just putting it in. I've been using our local co-op. Okay, they are a bit more expensive than Asda or Tesco, but I'm in and out in 10 minutes if I need it. But well, that's it. Same as I say, okay then, Ian. I can't really say have a good shift, but
Have a good night, mate.
yeah, keep safe, stay safe. So yeah, but you've still got some farts that, you know, think it don't apply to them, and not wearing no protection, no mask, no gloves, no nothing. So yeah, same as you said. I mean, it's yeah, you have to do what you've got to do. You know what I mean? So well, it's not here yet. I keep checking.
Keep checking.
Yeah. So some as I say, give me love to Sophie, and you know, I'm thinking about I bottled all my fruit cider this week as well, because he bottled it and then consumed a few.
Yo.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, that guy in queue are going to turn around and go, I am your father, Luke.
Hello.
The same as I say, it's ridiculous.
I just turned around and went, oh, for fuck's sake.
It's like same as I said. We parked in a disabled bay, and then Chris sort of got to go all the way over the car park to join queue, and you basically see everything. And same as I say, there were one that, you know, got gloves on, it got mask on, it even got like one of these plastic, you know, these plastic like eye protectors over the top of his own glasses. And then you've got some idiot that got no gloves on and nothing, you know, like he were out for a jaunt on a Saturday.
Presses into squares. I feel a bit. Do the square bit.
That one you mean?
That's better.
Huh?
I couldn't get my sexiness in. You couldn't see me hot through.
He thinks because he's shaved his beard off.
Oh, coming back now. Yeah, so I'm doing an emergency run tomorrow.
Well, same as I say, I mean, if it's like same as you said, you know, they need the medication. I mean, we all right, you know, we only got our medication other week, but you know, it's
well, Christine, she's fed through a tube, and you have to change a button thing over every now and again. So.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, you know, in them sort of cases, it's got to be done, hasn't it? If you know what I mean.
Grabbing all stuff at 9 o'clock, grabbing some shopping from Aldi for her, and then going straight over.
Yeah.
Is the wife in?
It's all right. I'm just reading what I want to get one of them plaque doctor suit things. It means thong. It says thongs with the long beak.
Good evening, Ian Matthews. Evening.
Hi, Ian. How are you?
You, Mr. Matthews.
Man in the shed.
It's a lie. It's not a shed. It's a bloody garage.
Yes, she is. Nicking my charger thing, and it were down there all along. It's there, look.
It's a big lie.
It was arguing from itself.
Ian's living a lie.
Oh. Why is he living the life then?
No, he's living a lie saying it's a shed when it's a garage.
Oh, Johnny.
Who's living the lie?
I don't wear gloves or a mask. I just have a bottle of Angel in the car. Well, you see, some as I say,
wearing the gloves is not a good idea because you're just spreading the germs all over the place. Just keep hand sanitizing yourself. It's a hell of a lot.
You see, we got this sanitizer when we went to Butlins a few years back, and same as I said to Chris, it's been a godsend since since all this started.
I've got two of the big ones, so I've just been filling the little ones back up. Hey dear.
Your wife says she wants some flour to bake.
I've tried, I really have. At this rate,
not them sort of flowers.
I'm going to have to go to a field and bloody get me on.
Kina!
Go to sleep, you little shit.
Oh dear, Johnny.
Guess what my mum gave me? Well, she didn't give it. My stepdad gave me it when I dropped the shopping off. Look what I've got.
Johnny sent me a clip of Kina today. She was doing
Dyson.
Slide. Yeah.
The Dyson animal. Woo.
Great dancing, Kina.
Look, a Dyson, look.
Oh, he's got posh over now.
What?
We've got an Henry.
Well, I've got two of the upright Dysons, and my mum's given me this one. What?
From work.
Yeah, we've got an over with a smiley face on.
I bought a tablet off a tramp today, and I can't get the bugger to work.
Oh.
It's there, commit box and everything, but it's got a network problem. I'm trying to sort it out.
Oh.
You can get it to work if I plug it in computer, but if I try it through the keyboard, it's not right. So.
Oh.
I'll keep tinkering with it.
Yeah. You'll sort it.
I unsanitized it first anyway.
Gotta keep healthy.
Is that Luke's blaster? Wakey says.
What?
Simon says, I bet you nicked it from the stormtrooper guy.
Mom.
He had a proper bloody big thing around his face like that with two respirator things on each side.
Hey, about a fortnight ago when I actually went in with Chris, there were a guy.
I should have got a lightsaber out and gone.
We
to bed.
I think it was about a fortnight ago, and it's like they got like two round things on side, like I don't know what they're called. Bordeaux says I started my ginger ale mead Saturday.
No way.
Getting a bit worried. Normally it's bubbling within a few hours. Took a while to get going. Used an ale yeast. Oh,
I'm not lifting you up, Keena. I've got a bad hip at the moment. And I'm driving all the way over there tomorrow, so I'm not hurting me up tonight. No. My bum muscle tear is finally healing up, but it's still a bit tender.
Keena, your missus is, Johnny, your missus has put something in chat.
Tell her to come here. I want her. Mommy, want you?
Why?
Probably to get you away from me for 5 minutes.
But
yeah, I can actually get it to go on the internet, which is a stupid thing, but a minute I unplug it, it's set it all up, but when I go to set it up, it won't do it. Come in box and everything.
Oh, he has one of those masks. Had it years. Used it when I was cutting concrete with the still. Yeah, same as I say, the one we seen a couple of weeks ago, it was like one of these rubber masks.
Yeah, that's what this guy's were like.
With these two great big things on the side. I thought, God, you're only shopping in Asda, not.
The only way you get it when you're outside is if somebody coughs basically right in your face.
Yeah.
Or you touch a metal item, say like a tin or something that they've touched.
Well, you see, same as I did.
Everything you touch, every time you touch something, hand sanitize it and don't touch your face.
Well, we're all right with stuff because we've never got any in.
Hey, guess what? They said there were no limit on macaroni cheese today, so I got 25 tins.
Well, we don't like them.
Well, funnily enough, Chris said they've got
2 shops. I wasn't really bad. I got them from 2 stores.
Yeah, it says that Wakey says they've got like disposable screwing cartridges, them mask things.
For doing woodworking and that, those masks.
When we went like a couple of weeks ago, They've got no flour. They've got no baked beans. They've got plenty of like tin spaghetti and whatever.
They've caught back up now, though. Everywhere, last couple of ones I've been to, like yesterday, are fully stocked up now.
But like when we went a fortnight ago, they got toilet rolls in, and Chris says when he went this week, they got toilet rolls, kitchen towels, and tissues. So you know,
You got everything.
you see what Simon's put. The only mask and gloves I have to go with my cuffs and fishnets.
Oh, what you do? There was something fishy about it.
He's letting all secrets out now. All his fetishes.
Just checking on me Auntie Jane. She lives in Spain. Do you know something that's really funny about all this, though? Do you know you can
Did
see
you say it was brand new in box, or is it?
230,000 people died in NHS hospitals last year, yeah? Nearly 200,000 of those were over 75. That's a hell of a lot more than what we're losing now.
Yeah. Tracy says, Keena loves you, Daddy. She just wanted me to say that to you.
Right, okay.
And obviously she wanted me to read it out to you.
Well, if you love Daddy, get to fucking sleep. Sleepy Pat's totally messed up now. She's waking up about 9, staying awake till 10 o'clock at night. I'm not having that. Lessons starting Monday, Keeny Bean. I haven't even started on the worksheets from school yet. There's loads.
But this is it. I mean, it's same as I say, that's something you've got to do, and all, Callum.
What?
That homework that you got sent from college.
Don't see the point in doing it. Well, you're still doing it.
What do you mean you can't see any point in doing it? That's why they've sent it you.
We're in lockdown.
Well, I don't care.
He's gonna unlock eventually, you know, you little shit.
What?
It says it'll open up sooner or later, you little shit.
Yeah, in like a year.
He's not so little though, is he, Johnny?
Oh, come on. Boom. I got that out of him.
Done.
But it's basically, you know,
Him at the moment, but I can still
I
squash
mean,
him.
it's not difficult. It's like all different. He's got to name all these different pastries. How do you test if an egg's fresh or not?
You put it in a bowl of water, don't you?
Eh?
Don't you put it in a bowl of water?
Yeah, you put it in a bowl of water. If it stands upright and on its end, it's still fresh. If it floats but it's on its side, it's still usable. But if it sinks and it's on its side, that means it's, you know, it needs to go in it bit. Eh?
It means don't open it.
Yeah, it means it's crap and it'll get shit.
Well, I don't think I'd go that far, but I'd just stripped it away.
Simon says, drop it. If it's black inside, don't eat it. I'm definitely eating it if it's got chocolate inside it. No, I'm only joking.
Hey, I did well anyway. Instead of eating an Easter egg, Tracy gave me £40. I'm like,
oh, so what?
oh, just my mum has just given me £100.
Oh, so there you go. So what you treating
I said,
yourself?
don't be daft. You don't need to give me all that. She went, you're keeping my family running and safe, and I love you. She says, and if you
Bless
£100 a treat, she says, wait till this is all over.
Oh,
I haven't been letting anybody out. It's just me doing it all.
well, you see that's the thing. I mean, same as I say, my immune system has been like, obviously, you know, I've not been raped since about January.
The minute I come in, I go straight upstairs and just proper give myself a good wash down.
Well, you see, this is what Simon says, all that cash and no way to spend it.
Oh, I've got plans for that cash. I need some
Yeah,
plans.
well, same as I say, you put it in a safe place, and once this is all over, you go out and splash it on yourself.
Well, now I've done that side at workshop. I've put a window in on the other side now, so I can see Keena through window.
So if you see her coming, you lock door.
can't get it up. And, that side's just got felt over it at the moment. But I'm just going to buy brand new cladding and clad all down the back of it, and it'll look really fancy then.
You see, I know the way you think, Johnny. You know, and
I'm going to save money by buying 3 brand new fence panels and just stripping them down and put cladding up the wall.
Well, that's it.
It's cheaper than buying the cladding itself.
Well, I mean, Tracy's give you that money and your mum's give you that money. Don't spend it on DIY stuff. Spend it on yourself.
Oh, shit. I've just realised she's in chat. She only give me 50.
Oops. In other words, you've dropped yourself in shit.
I'm just going to point you a flag when I like this. There you go. There you go. Have a flag. There you go. Hey, I got a thing today, you know, memory thing on Facebook.
A what?
A memory thing on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And this time last year, I was over in Wales with Natasha and that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I won't get pulled by police tomorrow, but if I do, I've got a reason to be out. So they're being a bit funny on motorways, they're pulling people up motorways.
Only thing you've got to say to them, what relative is it?
It's my mum.
No, I mean they're fed with this tube.
Oh, my foster sister.
Yeah, well, just say to them, well, your sister, I mean, you don't have to sort of, you know, go into fine detail. My sister is fed by a feeding tube and she needs these medical supplies. And I'm the only, I'm the only person that can get it and deliver it to her.
And she needs all the pull-ups as well, and she's having to wear nappies at the moment. She's not impressed.
So, you know, it is an essential journey.
It'd be nice, though, because motorways should be pretty quiet.
Well, that's it. That's it. I mean, when we went shopping on Saturday, if we'd go at that time normally, the roads would be chock-a-block. But it were like, boom, straight there.
I've got smelly vision, smells a bit cheesy. I got 4 packets of cheese slices when I was last shopping. We're all right for cheese.
But yeah, I mean, same as I say, normally, this time we went, I think it was about 9 o'clock, you know, roads would be packed. And this Asda that we're talking about, it's like a superstore. Now, if we could have gone to one closer to home, but they only limited to what they sell, if you know what I mean. Whereas the big Asda, it's like a superstore, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So to get what we want is what we, you know, it's essential shopping. We only go once a fortnight. So, you know, yeah, we fill the trolley up, but it lasts us a fortnight. So we don't have to go out once a fortnight.
Yesterday, I said to a guy coming out of BM, I went, that's essential, you prick. You were carrying out a big pack of garden furniture.
But you see, this is the thing, you know, such as us, same as I say, I can't get a slot for delivery.
I only said it because I'm having a queue.
Hey?
I only said it because I'm having a queue.
Yeah, he got wrong end at stick.
Had a big box on his shoulder, went, that's essential, you prick.
Oh, I thought you were on about Chris.
I'll do that interview thing tomorrow night when I get back.
Yeah. Well,
I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, but I'll, you know.
But same as I say, I mean, it's like such as you and us are only doing essential shops once, like we go once a fortnight, and we only get.
Chris asked some questions that he's never asked anybody else before.
Probably not.
I don't know. We did.
Oh, don't be boring about it, Chris.
I think he did yours while I were in bed this morning.
I'll make the answers entertaining anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't remember whether I've done the same ones or not. I've done that many.
But what he does, because he uses green screen and everything, he does like 3 at a time.
What the hell's going on with that shirt, though?
It says, I don't know what's going on with that shirt.
Did you find it in Bottom Wardrobe? your coat and your bloody shirt you had on at that last interview.
No, I mean, somebody likened him to Ariel other day.
Yeah, he does look a bit like Ariel.
But first thing,
But you wish you were bald and rich, Chris.
I'm going to say I wish he got Ariel's money. Yeah, first couple of interviews he did, he got like this checkered shirt on and this like a navy jacket, and it fit where it touched. It were too tight, and I went, "You look crap in that." So I says to him, I says,
"And I look like Benny Bloody Hill."
No, Ariel.
Well, you never told him he looked good in everyone, did you? You look right.
But I says to him, I said, it'd look better with a dark, a black jacket with a white, a white shirt. So it. Oh, right. so blame me. It were me that said it'd look better with a white shirt and a black jacket. Because the other one.
Blindfold.
So yeah. But same as I say, if you see below the waist, I mean, other day he got shorts on.
Have you seen that? What's it called? Simply Good News. That guy who's been doing like posting stuff on, and other people started doing it in different countries. Where he stood at his desk, but his little gimmick thing is when he stands up to walk away, he's wearing Bermuda shorts.
Yeah. Same as I say, when it was warm, he did some other day, and he posted a picture on Facebook, and he says things I do, and he got like shorts on, and then he got shirt and jacket on. He says it should have been a bunny suit, being Easter and all.
Blue shirt and all, they haven't worn for like years and years. Like last time I tried it on, it'd probably, if I'd have buttoned it up, it'd have probably shot buttons across the room.
Well, I thought that was going to happen when he put this navy jacket on, because it was that tight on him. So I says, get a proper fitting jacket.
He was like, I went, can I ask you a question?
I think he on first couple, he were having to hold his breath. This jacket was that tight.
He did look a bit held in. Hey, seeing there's a wife's on, and would she mind bringing me a latte coffee out of a Costa coffee out of the machine?
Yes. So if you're watching Tracy, he wants one of these.
She knows how to do it and all. Just making them.
Oh dear.
Keena's like lost her tablet, and I'm gonna get it. My mum's got one at Caravan. She hardly uses it. She's giving it to Keena. So.
Oh, bless her.
He'll sit and give my phone a break. About 50 different bloody games on there. Oh, let's give me a nice sticker though. Combo Panda.
Oh.
Ryan's toy.
But yeah, so I'm going to be doing the bake.
Hey, B&M, a bird in hand. We're well overstocked with chocolate eggs. I bet they're cheap now. Just a little tip for you there,
Yeah, off price.
Do you know the big Malteser ones? They were down to £1.50 on Saturday.
Wakey says, make it Baldrick style, Tracy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Baldrick?
is that right?
No, I remember that one. It's not milk. In fact, it's not coffee. What is it? Mud.
Same as I say, I don't even know who Baldrick is, let alone.
And then he went, what's the milk? He went, it's mouse milk.
Got my food first, nearly done. You mean my phone. You leave my phone alone. Oh dear. But
Never try. I never get my Keena says my phone's better than yours. What is it? Because mine's Android. It has a lot more games on it.
Oh dear. But yeah, I've get printer a run for its money today, printed some recipes out.
I've had 20 quid in my wallet for a week now because nobody wants money.
I love it. Get it away.
You only want you to pay by card at the moment, don't they?
Well, this is it. I mean, when we went shopping on Saturday, I mean, they've now in Asda, they've put the Perspex things up between you and cashier person, I think.
They do that. I asked my dealer if he were going to go contactless.
But yeah, Chris says, you know, I says to him, I says, well, they're asking everybody now to pay by card. So, because normally,
You can still pay by cash.
yeah, you can pay by cash, but they prefer to pay by card. So what we normally do is, normally when we go shopping, or you know, if we don't have it delivered, Chris will go to Cash Point first and then pay by cash. But obviously with all this going off, he's been doing it with card, you know, just paying by card. So yes.
Try getting that in your trolley. It's a big coin, isn't it? It's one of them memorial coins that you get, Waterloo thing. You know, you get them free in paper.
Oh yeah, yeah. One of them limited edition things.
Yeah, then I cancelled subscription straight away. You get 28 days, or you start getting coins in post at 30 quid a time.
Oh.
If you're lucky.
Keena said best way on pay by card. Well, same as I say, it's
replying. Oh, bugger.
Under normal circumstances, Chris had got at Cash Point before we actually go in, but since this has been going off, you know, it just pays with card anyway. So you know,
be an excuse for them to scrap money, wouldn't it?
Well, that's it. But at the end of the day, not everybody's got bank accounts and bank cards, and you know what I mean. So I mean, they couldn't scrap money.
IP address on this. It says it. What's it say? It burns when IP. IP. It's somebody's password.
It's all right. I'm laughing at what Simon's put. I've got a box of old Christmas cards. Will they accept them?
One with £5 on, one with £10 on, one with 15 on.
Are you back, Benny? You made me on 8 before.
You get your bum to bed. Oh, whatever. I spend more time on that sofa than cushions do.
Oh dear.
It's early in the morning though, so I'll just scoot out while they're asleep.
Well, that's it. Got my friend come back.
I have to worry about the traffic.
Well, yeah, same as I say, it should be a straight road there, and with a bit of luck.
Lads, don't do a hazy on me, and I'll pull up.
See you later, Amjad. Yeah, don't forget the cooking live stream, baking live stream tomorrow evening.
Hey, Amjad, they've took the 4 tin restriction off tins now, but don't go giddy.
So yeah, it's same as I say. The only thing that needs to get back to normal now is flour, and I can't get any yeast or out like that. And same as I say, I'm running a bit low on vanilla essence, and I can't get any of that for love nor money. So, but
couldn't you order online?
What?
Order online? I could order from Amazon, but
you look to me like I just sworn at you then. Oh, Tracy, where's my Costa? You're teasing me?
No, she did say she was going to come in, Tracy. Only things that had good stock was peas pudding. Ooh, that doesn't sound very good. What pudding anyway?
We're getting macaroni cheese from my little foster brother Luke. See on eats.
Hey, we've got Frugal Farmer.
He's definitely a frugal farmer. Have you seen his fencing? It's cool. It's all reclaimed stuff. I watch your videos.
I say, tell Frugal I tried to do his video, but we had to abandon ship.
Yeah. Chris says Frugal Farmer. He tried doing your video, but we had. Yeah. Chris burped and we're in hysterics, so we had to abandon ship so he said.
So I'll tell him I'll film it tomorrow.
So he's going to film it tomorrow, he says. So yeah, he burped, and you know I couldn't stop laughing. He couldn't stop laughing, so we had to abandon ship. And I sort of said to him, I says, "Well, at least you didn't fart. You know, it could have been worse. You could have farted."
Followed through.
We won't got rid of it for Christmas. I forgot I had it. Seen it, huh?
Hey?
You connect it to your phone and use it as a pad. I've got all gadgets, me, Jeanette, you know.
Is that like Xbox? Is that? It says, "No worries, my contract is by the hour."
I'll get Jeanette to make you a cake.
Well, how come I ain't got paid note then?
Because you'll be wife and you get free.
I still did the interview.
You still do
and a baked your cookies as well.
Yeah, that's your payment. To me.
Frugal wants to know, I think he's on about your shed. Are you finished your shed?
Yeah. Well, I put another window in because Keena said she couldn't see me when she went trampoline.
So you put a window in just so Keena could see you.
That other shed that I stripped down and used as a roof.
Yeah.
There's a ceiling in the other one. That come with quite a nice window on it. So I've just cut the fence, the wall out where it was, and put a window in it. And then that beading I got from B&Q.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff I got for note, right? Nice pine. I put that as the window frame around it. It looks quite nice.
Oh. Frugal says he's working on his shelving in his shop.
I got a load of racking for now, black racking. So, I'm using them in the greenhouse at the moment.
Well, why pay for it when you can get it for nothing?
Well, look at that big cabinet thing I've got in that workshop. I got that for note. That was from a Victorian house. It was a proper maid's pantry thing because it had the racks that hold the plates sideways.
Oh yeah.
And two big double cupboards on end. Then the bit in the middle locks open so you can lock your plates in.
Ah.
I think it will stop the maids nicking stuff or something. I don't know. Quite a big Victorian house it come from in Wakefield.
Oh.
Oh, it was massive. When it come, I thought, shit, that's not even going to go in car. Andy didn't mention it. We're stood on top of two big cupboards. So that was fun getting it down.
Oh. Hi, Barry's Visuals. How are you?
I like a garden your size of a frugal farmer. Well, not for. I won't like to cut the grass, but apart from that, yeah. Unless you got a ride on mower.
Yeah, Gordo says I'll be glad when they ease the lockdown. Be missing my regular dog walking spot at the moment. Ronnie's not getting his.
How many lazy ass gits have suddenly decided to walk the dogs?
Not getting his usual long walk. We're in with fetching the garden as well.
That's that cabin.
This is it. I mean, you've got Gordo. It's a German Shepherd. It's a beautiful dog.
Sorry, it's gone sideways.
It's that sort of dog that they need their exercise, isn't it?
That's it, Jeanette.
Oh yeah.
won't turn itself around properly.
Uh,
That's as
so-
far as I'll go. It flips.
you know what I mean? I mean, like, let's face it, you've got people that think, oh, well, dog needs walking, we'll take it to the park. But Gordo, you know, he's abiding by lockdown rules, you know, and they're having to make do.
I bet our dogs are thinking, not again.
You know, same as I said, I mean, it's it must be hard when, you know, like, same as he says, he's used to having a long walk and, you know, and running about and whatever, but they can't actually do that because of this lockdown.
Yeah, Bluetooth controller.
Yeah, he says I normally do about 8 mile a day with him. He's getting about a mile now. But you see, same as I said, with him being a German Shepherd, big dog like that needs plenty of exercise.
Good walk. Needs a good walk. My Samson used to run for hours and then still really energetic when it got.
You know what I mean? And same as I say, I mean, that's why a lot of police forces have German Shepherds, because they, like, you know, they.
See, we can do his exercise just coming out of garden because we've got that massive field and it's all fenced in. So you can just have a good walk around it and then come back in.
You know, it's like, you know, I mean, like, they don't go all wild, you know.
I decided to nick that bit behind my fence as well.
You know, they that sort of breed of dog that, you know, they don't go all wild. They need they need plenty of exercise.
In my front garden on the left side where that big fence is, there's all brambles at the other side of it. Really bad.
Is that where your gates are, you mean?
Yeah. And then on where that field is,
yeah,
put a brand new fence up to where the old fence was, but the old fence is like it's about that much extra. But I'm thinking it's so overgrown with brambles. If I'm willing to take fence down and get rid of all them brambles, and I'm nicking that bit. I can't see anybody ever saying, "Oh, it's right in the corner of my garden." So, well,
this is it. I mean, if you're prepared to, you know, to take the time to get it somewhat decent, you know,
literally, it would probably cut me to shreds taking it down.
You know, it's a case of I can't see people moaning if it's for the good. You know, I mean, if it looks an eyesore at the moment, if you're prepared to put the time and effort in to going
over my fence by about 3 foot now, so something's got to be cut down anyway. So
well, that's it. You know, if you're prepared to put time and effort into to make it look decent, you know, I can't see
a burning barrel and that. It's just a matter of cutting it all down, but cutting it all down without cutting yourself to shreds.
Well, this is it. I mean,
the roots on it like that.
Yeah. Well, we've got. I want to say they were no good anyway. So, when Chris were working, the landscapers gave him some of these really thick gloves. You know, and that's ideal for gardening and things like that. So, you know, I mean, but obviously, I mean, you know, obviously because of this lockdown, I mean, you can't, you know.
Not about another 3 weeks before they'll even consider lightning restrictions, aren't they?
Yeah, it did say, I mean, there were a thing on today that had people adhered to this lockdown and everything, they probably would have lifted some of the restrictions this week. But obviously,
we'll reduce the restrictions on the teenagers first. They're finding it really hard. Fuck off.
Really hard. I was gonna say hard my arse.
What teenagers out on the streets than birds?
Yeah, they can get knotted. Let me out first. I don't particularly like going out at all at the moment, anyway. But I'm a home bird anyway. I'm not bothered about going outside. Right?
I'm just
I don't do people. I do on YouTube, but I don't do it on.
I'm just going to turn my brightness down, and I'm going to show you that picture of Ronnie, as his name is.
Did you see that nurse stopping those lads all laying upfield with the bikes and proper had a go at them?
Well, I don't blame her.
Said it's his time nurse and her husband's out of work at the moment, so he's having to do all overtime God sends, and then they're laying there to proper give him it. And he went, well, don't stand so close to me if you bothered. But she shouted at them all until they left.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. You know, I mean, there's like a certain area of Sheffield, and there were pictures, like in local rag, this certain street, and there were everybody and his mother out in street, you know, and I said, Chris, social distancing my
orange light.
rear end.
Orange light.
Oh, have you put some water in it?
No.
That's what I'd be telling you.
Where'd you put water?
Oh my God.
Uh,
Talk to Jeanette.
No, I was gonna go to the loo.
No, I'm not leaving her alone. Sit there.
yeah, I'm just going to show everybody that's
Downstairs.
Oh,
Hey, Jeanette.
hiya. I'm just showing everybody a picture that Gordo has sent me through Messenger. That's Ronnie. Lovely, lovely German Shepherd dog.
Oh,
He's gorgeous.
he is.
They adopted him as well. So he's a lovely dog, isn't he?
he is.
How old, lass?
So is a right corker, is it? Is him? I've had a message from Kate. She says she was going to chill out and watch some TV.
Oh, bless her.
So I think she's been having, like, you know, problems health-wise.
Yeah, a bit stressful.
But yeah, but Simon says send them to work in the way. I agree. You know what I mean? You've got, same as I say, such all us lot doing this lockdown and taking this lockdown serious and only going out when necessary, like medication, essential shopping. And then you've got kids like congregating in park, about 20 on them, and having barbecues and God knows what else, and they think it don't affect them.
No. It's people like them, what's causing it?
You know, and the same as that, I mean, think me horrible for saying this, but same as I said, you know, if it was their loved ones that had or one of their loved ones that had died from it or contracted it or were on a respirator in hospital, they'd think twice about doing it. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. They allure unto themselves. It says it's solid black, very rare colour. Normally they are black and tan or sable. Oh, tell you, it's a lovely dog. So, Simon says his wife used to have an all white one. Oh, I bet that's good. I bet that looked nice.
A bugger to clean.
Yeah. Shall I tell you what Chris's favourite dog is? He loves them musky dogs. He absolutely loves them. And same as he says, if we hadn't got 3 cats, he'd have one in a heartbeat. But, you know, we're having 3 cats. I mean, you can't throw a dog into it mix, can you? So, yeah, they Chris's all-time favourite dog. He loves husky dogs. And he'd love one, but same as we said, it wouldn't be fair on cats.
No.
Yeah, we've had people frown at us because when I take the missus to work, I always take the dog. He loves going for a ride in the car. Well, you know, it's not as if you're doing anything, you know, dogs in car. You know what I mean? You know, and at the end of the day, your missus has got to go to work.
Dogs to Tempsey in back of Johnny's car.
But same as I was, you know, same as you were saying earlier on, Tracy, he usually, like under normal circumstances, would take him for an 8-mile walk.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. He says huskies are hard work. They need a lot of exercise, plus they are stubborn to train. Oh, there you go.
Not when the pictures involved. I'll sort it out.
Yeah.
Says, sit down, I'll section it on there.
Yeah. Chris ain't got patience to, you know. He ain't got that sort of patience.
What one already trained?
Yeah, you're asking a lot, aren't you? So, how you doing since your operation then, Tracy?
I'm doing all right, love, yeah. I didn't think I would, but I am.
Good.
It's going to be 6 weeks tomorrow, then I had it done.
Oh, that's soon gone though, has it?
6 weeks.
Oh, 5 week. I think it's 5 week. I had it on 2nd of March.
Oh.
My
He says
operation.
not 8 miles in one go, lol, that would kill me. He has 3 walks a day. Well, I mean, 8 miles all in all. I mean, it's still 3 times a day, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
But with that sort of breed, like as I say, we're German Shepherd dog, they need a lot of exercise, don't they?
Yeah. After 2 weeks of having operation, I went for a checkup to see what it was like. They took all, do you know them paper stitchy things, what they're called? Stirrup stitches?
Yeah.
All them off. And basically told me not to put no more dressings on.
Oh.
Healed up nice.
Oh.
And that were after 2 weeks after.
But you see, you know, when I had my weight loss surgery, they put them metal staples in. Because they went in like 6 locations because it's all done keyhole, this surgery.
Yo, it's making Tracy one as well. Because it's a wonder, if you put water in it, the green light comes on. Woo!
It's like that. It's always filled for me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
By the filling fairy?
Yeah.
Got me wild think up. Oh.
You don't know.
In my shepherd.
He's left them all in shed, all those cups.
Well, she passes me a cuppa through a window. She didn't say she wanted the cups back.
When we wash it up.
When my window ledge is full.
Gordo says when I had my kidney removed, I had staples. But you see, even though these were like only little minute cuts, what they did, and I had 6. I had like 2 on my right, 2 on my left, 1 near my belly button, and 1 sort of like just a bit lower than me. What do you call it? Breastbone.
Let us speak.
Hey?
Let me speak.
Basically, when I went to have my staples out, she took them out and she says, oh, they're healing nicely. Within about an hour, I had to go back because one of them had come wide open. So she says she weren't allowed to stitch it back up or things, so she like Steri-Strip that. And like every other day, I'm having to go back and have these Steri-Strips changed and split it healed up. And she says, it's not worth you going back to hospital because they're not restitch it. We can't restitch it. So it's just a case of just putting these like paper Steri-Strips on it.
I've used them because when I cut my hand open.
When we're going to have to keep changing these every other day until it knits together and it heals up.
Well, they said to me, they took these bloody stitches out, and I said to them, that's going to burst open. They went, oh, no, we know what we're doing. It looks like it's healing up. 2 days later.
Well, same as they say, we haven't been home an hour, had we?
So I ended up with a bigger scar than I needed to have.
Yeah, well, we hadn't been home all that long, and I just looked down and I went, oh, I says, one of them things has all burst open.
Oh, for your thing.
Yeah, when I had my weight loss surgery. Yeah. But I think that is it. I don't know, a week or so that you have to go and have them took out.
Yeah, something like that.
So as I say, within an hour, I rung up and I says, you know, I were panicking because I got this great gaping hole in my stomach. And I says, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I've got to go back to hospital, blah, blah, blah. She says, well, come up, we'll have a look at it. And she says, if you'd have gone back to hospital, she says they wouldn't have restitched it. So she says, only thing I can do is like put these Steri-strips on, pull them as tight as possible. And, you know.
That's what they're using. That's what super glue were originally invented for war wounds, like on the trenches and that. Because
you see, our Callum, he were on somebody's trampoline once and he cut his knee open. And it were a bad cut, and that's all they did with his. They put some super glue on it and some of these Steri-strips, and it worked to treat it. You know what I mean?
It sticks the skin together properly in one sealed thing. And if you get the medical super glue, it's got like all the antiseptic stuffs and all that.
Yeah, well, you see, Callum were having kittens because, you know, I mean, it's like something that he didn't know. And when they said something about stitches, he were panicking because he thought he'd got to, you know, what they're going to do, what they're going to do.
Get me sore out, Shed.
You know what I mean? And because he were panicking, they says, well, look, there is another alternative. He says, we'll put some super glue on it. We'll put some of these Steri-strips on it, and that should do the trick. And it did. So basically, he were panicking over nothing, think he'd got to have this needle and stitches and whatever in. But some as I say, you know, because he were getting all panicky. I mean, he were only, I don't know, about 10, 11 or 10.
My brother was about 10. He rode through like a park climbing frame thing.
Yeah.
We used to have them things that spun round and he used to climb through loops and shit. And he went straight through one side on his bike and the sun were in his eyes and he didn't see the bar. Oh, he smashed all his bloody teeth in and all. You could see the top of his teeth through his gums and everything.
Oh. But yeah, some as I say, with the nature of Callum's, like, you know, his learning difficulties and everything, like something that's out of ordinary like that, it's the same as I say, when this says something about stitches, he started panicking. Sort of they noticed that they were panicking and getting all let up and everything because they mentioned stitches and whatever. So they says, well, I tell you what, we'll super glue it, we'll put Steri-strips on it, put like a covering, you know, like a plaster, one of these surgical.
Only when you start rolling your sleeve up and then they say, bend over.
I think he did have to have a tetanus, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
That muscle that I tore in my ass cheek is just starting to heal up now. God, that hurt. Never doing that again.
But yeah, I mean, I think you know.
Dancing to I've got a feeling. I need to warm up first.
Oh dear.
I come downstairs to Tracy.
His mate chopped his thumb off before Christmas. He fell through a glass coffee table when he was pissed up. They had to sew it back. Oh, I bet that were horrible. Ugh.
That scar there, right across me there, see it? Goes right across my thumb there. That was a circular saw. The blade jammed. The blade shot towards my face, and I put my hand like that, and it bounced off my hand there.
Well, I've got a scar, but mine were an operation. I had carpal tunnel.
My mum's got that.
Can you see? I've got a great big lump there now.
My mum's got that.
So, and I was supposed to have both of them done.
My thumb always does that. It won't do the turny bit. It just goes up and down.
You know, I was supposed to have the other one done, and I had that much problems with that.
Do that for Facebook, for YouTube. Look. Still do that.
You know, with a scar, I got an infection in you know, when I went to have the stitches out, there were an infection in the wound. So I says to Chris, I says, sod that. I says, I'm not going through all that again. So I told him I weren't having other one done. And that is my bad hand that keeps swelling up and everything. And I've got it's like
your joints, isn't it?
I've got like fluid in, you know, And you know, like if I lay funny in bed, I wake up and all way from my fingertips, all the way up to about my elbow, it goes numb.
You want to be careful.
So when I says to Chris, I says, well, I can tell you something. I said,
stop throwing her around that bed, you naughty bugger.
But the thing is, when they do this carpal tunnel surgery, they don't put you to sleep or anything.
Oh, chuck that. I want to be asleep.
What they do is they just put like a cuff on your bicep here, right? But they put it on very tightly, so it don't bleed. Let me just say, and then they inject it, but they have to inject it right into muscle and everything, like as far as they can go.
I'm cringing already.
And then I got my arm like in a stirrup, but for your arm, and they started cutting, and I went, whoa, hang on a minute. So she says, what's up? I says, I can feel what you're doing.
I bet you did.
So I went, hang on a minute. So she said to anesthesiologist or whatever you call them, she went, oh, I need some more local anaesthetic. So obviously they hadn't put enough local anaesthetic in it. And I'm going, whoa, I can feel, I can feel everything that you're doing.
I think Chris is trying to send you a message via Facebook.
Oh, he says that bloke, they've nicknamed him Tom Thumb.
You see what happened?
Oh. We've already done Ken Aaron, haven't you?
I've already done Dennis.
Oh.
Karen's now got 100k supporters.
Yeah.
Well, this Ken Aaron, he is a very, very well. He only goes live once a week.
Thursday.
On a Thursday. And if you go into his thing, he has about 365 in his live streams. So he is quite a big YouTuber.
You think I'd be more famous? All bloody channels are going, wouldn't you? Lucy looks at call me a channel whore.
But I mean, like, I don't know whether you've watched it or not, but the interview that Chris says, where do you want your channels to be in 10 years? And I says, well, to be quite honest, I can't see, me, being this great big YouTuber and whatever. I'm quite satisfied staying the way I am.
Yeah, somebody hit me up. I'm at 799.
Yeah, so if you hadn't already subscribed to Johnny,
I only want to go to 1,000 so I can do it live drive rounds and have a drive rounds.
But you see this interview with Chris could, in actual fact, help you because you know what I mean.
My all subscribers could have below.
Get messages saying Johnny 5 is alive.
Same as Chris says, anybody that he interviews, he always puts the link in thing, and same as I said.
You never know.
I said when he says, "Well, do you want me to interview you?" And I went, "Well, it's a bit like a busman's holiday, really. You interviewing me."
Well, you're a channel, aren't you?
Well, I know I am, but
there you go then.
you know what I mean. He says,
the best thing.
I says to him, well, if I gain any again,
That'd be cool. That you should do that.
You know what I mean? If I gain any, I gain any. If I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? That's sort of my attitude at the moment.
I'm having an interview with Chris Tracy. We're still sorting it out. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
She's laughing and giggling from next bedroom. I'm going to kill her if she don't go to sleep.
But yeah, Chris has sent Johnny the questions. He's just got to record his bit.
I'm doing it.
No, I'm just explaining to Tracy that you've already got your questions. You've just got to do your bit, and then Chris can edit it.
Awesome answers. Woo.
But it was like when I was doing mine, he says, sit in front of green screen. I says, I feel like I'm on 9 o'clock news.
Right, you know that green screen thing? Do I just need a green piece of fabric, basically?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all you need, really.
Fabric. Then I can put your thumbnail, what I've done, on back of you.
Yeah. Did you get that?
Does it have to be
you can put your own one.
a certain colour green or just green?
Let me just swizz you around. That's all it is. Can you see it?
Yeah. It's like a pool table green, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see,
So it is.
Well, that table. That's a good table, is that?
that's the white sheet that's on it. That's come with that green screen. That's the white sheet.
Johnny, you've got to be
Right.
well. No.
Yeah. Chris says, just make sure if you do put like a green thing up, it's well lit.
Well lit, right.
If I remember, he actually did a flight on his way home from hospital. Oh.
Oh,
But yeah. Ken Aaron.
yeah.
Oh. But yeah, I mean, that is.
$799.
Oh, he got another one. But yeah, I mean, Chris only bought that. I mean, I think it were about, how much for that?
Oh, about 30 quid.
Yeah, but that's including the like goalpost bit thing and whatever. But if you want one on the budget, if you've got some, because see, Chris we hadn't got no green cloths or green oak green or sweet. I mean, a green shower curtain or something like that. You know what I mean?
A green piece of card. As long as it covers all your background. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It'd just have to be that size behind me, wouldn't it, really?
yeah. Same as Chris says, if you're sat where you are now, you could put just a green sheet behind you.
Try not to have any creases in it though, or out like that, because that'll spoil thumbnail. You notice on some of my videos,
I'm behind it then.
a bit bubbly on the banner.
Well, I noticed on my, I don't know whether it on my,
That's because the lighting's not right.
yeah. I mean, like when he did
The week I did a green screen thing, and that Statue of Liberty there looked like it were coming out of the wall.
But that's it. Same as I say, if you've got a green bed sheet or
I just thought you'd need like a projector or something like that.
No. You see, same as Chris says, if you want to film yours, just put a green whatever you've got green, and he can do the background to it, if you know what I mean.
What have I got green? I'll put my lawn up. I'll lay up lawn with camera.
But you see, same as I say, Chris only bought that because we hadn't got anything. We hadn't got anything green, and it's got like a. It's like basically like a goalpost, and you just throw your green screen over it. So
It's big.
I'd probably make it on the blind that rolls down or something.
We need a smaller one.
yeah, but you see what reason why it's still up? He's trying, some as I say, he's trying to get ahead with these like interview videos. So like he's done 3 today. So same as Chris says, it's a ball ache if you're taking it up, pouring it down, taking it up, pouring it. You know what I mean?
Relax, Jeanette. It's your living room. I'll just feel a bit damn for you that I got your table so big it won't think.
I want to say it.
It's perfect, that table.
Yeah, but it is. It's perfect for what we need it for. But
What do you do? Pop it behind the sofa when you finish?
it just takes it, takes stabilizers off it and and just folds it up and
Rodo says, I've sent you a pic. We'll give you some idea of how big Ronnie is. He's a big lad. LOL.
Yeah.
He's got tongue out. He's a big lad.
I've lost another half a stone since my mum last saw me, so she'll get.
Oh dear. So did you get told off?
No, because she said I'm looking healthy with it. So.
Oh. Right.
Running round after
It-
Keena. You don't get 2 minutes when she's away.
Yeah.
It's
It's
quiet.
yeah. I've been going like 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Did you go?
So I'm going to get off because I'll be live streaming again tomorrow. Obviously, the live cooking jobbo.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to bid you all good night, and
Night,
don't forget tomorrow night. I will be making white chocolate cake.
Wish me luck with the great emergency run.
You should be all right. Same as I said. You know, there's
So
not.
you can pass me a cuppa on a stick. So make it a nice cup and I'll bring it home.
Yeah. So I will see you all tomorrow night. Thank you for joining me, and thank you, Johnny, for coming on the panel.
No problem. I'm only cheeky bugger who goes, link me.
Right,
Night.
Yeah, I'll see you all on tomorrow's.
See
you later. Bye.
Bye.